Howdy folks, Keywii here, and welcome back to Steins Gate. Safe space, which would be awesome. We are just, well, we're breaking the bad news about the future girl. She is, she's evolved and she has stuff going on, and we're trying to save Mary from death. That's the current situation. You're all caught up. Suzuha doesn't answer. Does that mean it was a lie? I really wish I had context for this sort of shit. CERN is a research institution. They don't have political power. I explained that to John Titus several times online. Online? Wait, don't tell me. You're Kuri Gohan and Kamehameha? Kirisu turns red and looks away. Betaita came forward. It's only fair that I did too. In that case, I'll come clean. I just saw the name of the body. He's just like... He's acting as if people don't fucking know this. Oh, right, wrong. In that case, I'll come clean too. I was posting under my true name, Hououin Kyouma. Yeah, no. Yeah, I know. So, splice those two voices together. Ah, you harmonized. Totally. Sue frowns. She must not like having anything in common with Kirisu. She clears her throat and continues. CERN is still a research institution in 2036. The world is actually ruled by CERN's secret backers, the Committee of 300. The Committee of 300? They're real? That name was in CERN's top secret documents. When CERN successfully completed the time machine, they became the sole entity with power over the fourth dimension time. Okay. Alright. Can I just complain about something? The fourth dimension isn't time. Why is that the case? Because all of the 3 dimensions below it have time in it. You know what the fourth dimension is? The same as the last 3. A spatial dimension. God, I hate when people do this. It's a fucking... It's the y-axis... I'm not gonna say for much further, because I could be here all fucking day. Well, probably I'd be here for 5 minutes, but you know what? I'm not gonna do that either. In just 2 years, they remade the world to serve their purpose. Just 2 years, but that's only in objective time. I bet CERN's time travelers spent many decades leaping back and forth across history, building the foundation of CERN's rule. Which means they've already begun to do so, hypothetically. That brings us to you, Kirisu. Suzuha glares. Well, she also blames her. Glares at Kirisu. In 2036, you're apotheosis. Okay, I'm looking that word up. Hang on. So I looked up the word, both the definition and also the pronunciation. It's apotheosized, and apparently it means to like idolize somebody to godhood. In 2036, you're apotheosized as the mother of the time machine. Apotheosized? In Japanese, please. If I waited. Apotheosized, as in revered, respected. She keeps her unusual vocabulary. She keeps using unusual vocabulary, or maybe that's normal vocabulary in 2036. I mean, yeah, no, big ol' words get big ol' use in, as time goes on. Respected, huh? I am. In 2010, you pioneered time leap technology. Afterwards, you contribute to the development of CERN's time machine. That's what I know about Kirisu. Is that why she treats Kirisu like an enemy? Then I must be the father of the time machine, right? Okabe Rintaro is a terrorist in 2036. You're pretty infamous. Seriously? I'm a terrorist in the future? I helped CERN build their time machine. I don't believe it. Well, oh, nice open mouth. Considering the fact that you're about to be fucking stolen, I can believe it. CERN experiments on people against their will. They're a disgrace to scientists everywhere. I would never collaborate with them. Well, that's how it is in the future. How did the future me explain herself? We've never met. By 2036, you're already dead. Sorry. Well, that's just great. I don't even make it to 50? My time, there are two kinds of people. Those who live extremely long lives and those who die young. Under suspicious circumstances. How can you have people who live extremely long in, like, well, I guess 30. In 26 years, like, people who are old now in, like, their 80s, yeah, they're in the 110s, but, like, unless there's artificial aging at work, 26 years isn't a long time to fucking start aging and shit. I guess it's theorized that they could live a long time, but not yet. Don't fucking... what the fuck is that? It's not Minority Report. The one where fucking what's-his-name goes from the 90s to the future. Don't pull one of those ones. People who act against CERN are erased. They erased me? Suzuha looks into Karasu's eyes. For once, she's not glaring at Karasu. Maybe you were being used by CERN too. Maybe they took your parents hostage and forced you to work on the time machine. No. Does that mean Mama's in danger? I'm amused by people who are older than 4 who say Mama or Mommy. Same for Dada or Daddy. The term Daddy's girl infuriates me. Karasu's mother is in America. It's not terribly difficult to imagine CERN kidnapping her while Karasu is away. Oh, I imagine that would be somewhat difficult. After all, I guess it is 10 years after the game, so fair enough, fair enough. I watched Moeka kill Mayuri in cold blood. Rounders. What's that? CERN's private army, or something like that. Suzuha nods. On paper, they're an independent technology research firm. In reality, they do the dirty work for CERN all over the world. According to Moeka, they have 2 chief duties. First, to acquire IBM 5100s, the only computers that can access CERN's secret database. Second, to find promising scientists in the field of time travel and force them to cooperate with CERN or eliminate them if they will not. So they already exist. I thought they might. In my time, they're our #1 enemy. Dirty work? No, wait, no. Dirty work? Does that mean, like, kidnappings and assassinations? Eh. Suzuha looks to me with a question in her eyes. I don't know, I don't really see one. What time is it? How's the weather up there? I shake my head. In my time, yes, but I don't think we've reached that level in this time yet. Dare is visibly relieved. Amane-san, you said that most of what you posted as John Taito was true, right? Right. Does that mean you know how the universe works? You claim that the Everett Wheeler model, the many worlds interpretation, is correct. That was a lie, camouflaged so that CERN wouldn't target me. If I mix one lie into the truth, then the bad apple spoils the barrel. No, I get that, I get that. You act like a conspiracy theorist so that there's a nugget of truth in there. Now, the people who, with the fucking black helicopters are watching, they think, oh, this person's just acting like a crazy person. But the other people who read it, they're just like, okay, that could be true. So you don't know? I do. By 2036, scientists have successfully modeled the structure of the universe, and it's not the many worlds interpretation. Really? Well, tell me. Attractor fields. Right, they told you by mail, didn't they? What sort of model is that? The universe is made up of world lines and attractor fields. Suzuha walks over to Mayuri's sewing table and picks up a ball of red yarn. She holds one end of the yarn and drops a ball to the floor, then holds about a meter of yarn in front of her face. The universe is like this piece of yarn. Also, sorry about the mess, I'll pick it up. I'll clean it for you. Okay, that's not red. That's a multitude of colors, including an orange one. Countless possible world lines exist side by side, branching out to infinity. From a distance, it looks like a single string, but when you look closely, the string is actually made up of individual threads woven together. At the end, those threads converge on a single point. The paths are different, but the destination is the same. Isn't that determination? I know what this means, but for all those who don't, a school of philosophy that states that every event is predetermined by previous events. The past determined the present determines the future. Even though we may think that we are acting of our own free will, in truth we are only following a predetermined path. Those who subscribe to determinism, often cite the thought experiment of Laplace's demon. For an intellectual which at a certain moment would know all forces that set nature in motion, and all positions of all items of which nature is composed. Nothing would be uncertain, and the future, just like the past, would be present before its eyes. Pierre Simon Laplace. So, interesting to note, because of how I've observed human behavior throughout my entire life, I've actually been able to predict patterns in some people. You know, you say one thing a certain way, and it leads to a certain result. Now, there is far too many variables, but I think it is actually possible, not to get everything, but for, different overarching stuff. Not incredibly specific shit, so you can't predict the future. But you can have a very good estimate on what may or may not happen. And I'm definitely no expert, but I'm certainly better than, everyone I've met. So, you know. I'm, due to having autism, I'm actually very good at determining the different patterns that the people around me take. It's pretty neat, not gonna lie. It also makes it so that when somebody watches a movie I want to watch and them stating their opinion and saying absolutely nothing that happens in the movie, I can suspect a lot of what happened in the movie, and it sucks. Now, I'm wrong 50% of the time, maybe 60, I don't know, a bunch, but it still sucks. Close. This model's a little looser. You could say it cherry picks from the many worlds interpretation to the Copenhagen interpretation. And, not of. If the branches all lead to the same place, does that mean there's only one world in the end? Exactly. The bundle of world lines that share a point of convergence is called an attractor field. There are also many attractor fields. This string is attractor field alpha. The threads are alpha world lines. Suzuha then cuts meter lengths of blue, yellow, and white yarn. Oh, gotcha. Blue is beta, yellow is gamma, and white is delta. Each is made up of countless beta world lines, gamma world lines, and delta world lines, etc., etc. She twists the different colored strings together, then stretch them out as one fat multicolored string. See, now it makes sense, except for the orange one. Why didn't you just say this before? And there's two shades of blue, and that blue one, you can't see my cursor, but in the dead center, slightly to the right, a little bit to the bottom of the coil there, a blue one becomes a white one. So I don't know how that works. Attractor fields are superposition like this. In each attractor field, the world line converges on a different result. They don't interact. Each attractor field is independent of the others. Of course, they all diverge from a common point somewhere in the past, and they will converge again at some point in the future. But that takes many hundreds of years. You know, sometimes even thousands. There's been the alpha and the beta for the last 10,000 years. Some caveman banged a rock and then sometimes he didn't, you know? Oh, wrong. You can think of the attractive fields as very long world lines. Can I compare to an eroge? Teach me, oh erotic one. Fucking what? And why? There's no erotic one here. No, he's right, it's like an eroge. Each heroine's route is an attractor field, and the smallest choices within are the individual world lines. But at the end, they all enter the true route for the grand ending. Or die. You could absolutely just get a bad end. The only difference is the length of the common parts. By the way, I'd choose the little sister's attractor field. Because of course you would. Why would incest not bother you? Fucking hell, I hate this guy. Whatever. You guys are hopeless. Better do something quick. Why are you saying Okabe's hopeless? He's just explaining it in layman's terms for this idiot. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Just ignore them. Let me get this straight. The reason I can't save Mayuri is that her death is the event upon which this attractor field converges. But that means the world really is killing Mayuri. But then isn't it impossible to change the future? It always converges in the end, right? No matter what you do, the result is the same. Yeah, but like, that's the thing a lot of people don't get about this whole free will and choice thing. In the multiverse, I've a religious friend, and he's cool. He's not like a preacher or whatever. He is of the opinion that morality is not subjective, it's objective. Meaning that there is a true good and evil in the world. Now, I'm of the opinion, and we disagree, but we're civil about it, that there is a subjective good and evil in the world. Morality is what humans make of it. Which is to say that in a true multiverse, where all of the everything is real forever, that means that there's a world where everything good is evil and reverse, and somehow that works. And like it doesn't matter. And he is of the opinion that that's scary because, well, then why try to be good at all? Because it doesn't matter, because, you know, all choices exist simultaneously, so why try to do anything? I'm of the opinion that, you know, looking around, I just visualize looking around, but looking around my room, I see 4 white walls, I see a ceiling fan going, because it's a little warm in here, I see a standing light. I see one of all of these things. I see one of myself, unless I look in the mirror, in which case I see a reflection of one of myself. A version of myself that's X, or N, or fucking FQ7. They're elsewhere. I don't interact with them. They don't actually matter. If they are real, presumably they are, if they're real, then it doesn't fucking matter if Keywii ~12XQ Batman symbol is fucking kicking puppies over there. It doesn't matter, because I'm not doing that. I make my own choices. I am the version of me that I choose to be. Now, in this, they're saying it's impossible to change the future. Slightly different argument, but see, that's where it's about not where you are, but when you are. I am in the year 2020. Now, not the best year, but you know what? It's the year I'm in. I was born in 1992. I'm 28. You know what? That means that I have experienced 28 years. I didn't experience 17 some odd, and I'm not going to experience 2346. You know, none of that shit's going to happen to me. So it doesn't matter if the beginning and end are all the same, because what I experience is differing from what other people experience. It's all about living in the moment. If you only care about the end result, then you're an idiot. That's right, that's why Mayuri dies no matter how many times I leap. We have to escape attractive field alpha. Escape. In other words, we're going to jump to a world line and attractive field beta. I'm not sure this happened in the anime. I thought attractive fields couldn't interact. Attractive fields are normally separate, but if we go to the instant they diverge... The instant they diverge... Is that now? I was taught that a major divergence occurred in 2010. This year, an earth-shattering event causes divergence at the attractive field level. The last time such a divergence occurred was in the year 2000, and before that, 1991. What happened those years? Also, that'll have to be it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. I, of course, am Keywii. You've been great too, and you have yourself a delightful day. I love you. Goodbye. Mwah, goodbye.